guys, welcome to the Wonder Basement. I just wanted to pop in here and talk to you a minute about our paper pumpkin it was in January that it came out, and it's really adorable. This is what you would get the kit to do. You could make 8 Valentine cards with the mailbox and the heart. You also get in order to make those things, you get a spool of black, it's kind of a fine gray ribbon, and you get adhesive dimensionals, you get adhesive dots, there is a super cute kind of an acrylic embellishment heart and flowers. You get a spot, an ink spot in all of the paper pumpkins. It depends on the paper pumpkin, and it always coordinates with what you get. You get some beautifully printed cardstock. You get 8 sheets of the cardstock, 4 of each. I love this red print. I'm a sucker for graphics. You get 8 envelopes, and they're usually they're always a very high quality envelope. So what you're going to be making to send out is a primo quality. These are the 2 actual projects from the paper pumpkin, and this is just made as the instructions state. What I wanted to show you, this kit actually, the stamps, where did I put the little stamp? The stamps you get, I'm going to put so you can see it. This is the stamp set that you get, and it has this cute little tiny snail, and there is in the January through June occasions catalog, there is a stamp set and grouping that goes with this particular paper pumpkin. So it's adorable, this little set. You've got mail, happy mail, you snailed it, I think that's hilarious, and then some mushrooms and another snail with a flower. So cute that you can combine your paper pumpkin and some of the things that are in the catalogs. They do that sometimes with the annual catalogs, they do it with the supplemental catalogs, and right now celebration is going on, so you can also order a 3-month prepaid of paper pumpkin, which I think is $21.95 or $21 a month. But then you would also you can also pick out a celebration item, and there's some really cute. There's some adorable paper. I made this card earlier, and this is paper from the one of the celebration packs, and some other items from the January through June catalog. So anyway, there's lots of things going on right now in the Stampin' Up! World. So what I wanted to do, one other thing is that when you become a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you can also order refill packs. So you could order another refill pack when they become available of this particular exact refill. It comes with everything except for the ink pad and the stamps. So, but right now they're offering, and this would be great for Valentine's Day treats, is they are offering a add-on, and it's $8, and you get 20 printed mini boxes and 24 decorative die cuts and labels. So I don't know if you can see how cute that is, but those boxes are adorable, and I'm sure it would be enough to put some candy or maybe I don't know, whatever gift card or something inside. So anyway, super duper cute. So one of the things that I like to do is I like to make some of the cards, but I don't have a need for 8 Valentine cards specifically. I mean, you could send them to anybody. Love you and sending love your way. It could go to a lot of different people, but I don't like sending the same exact card to several people. So what I decided to do was come up with an alternative project, and what I did is I took 1 sheet of the red cardstock and 1 sheet of the Petal Pink cardstock, and I just cut it where the score line is because these are already pre-scored. Makes it super simple. And so then I had 4 sheets of decorative cardstock. Then I cut that in half again. So I ended up having, let's see, where are all my pieces? Well, let's see, I had 8 pieces of cardstock. So I had 4 of the red and 4 of the peach. Oh, here they are. These are not double-sided, by the way, in the paper pumpkin. Sometimes they can be. But anyway, so there's that. And then the different elements that you get in the paper pumpkin, usually what I do is I punch them all out because they're die cuts, and I kind of lay them down to see what I've got. And I didn't want to use all of the pieces. I just decided to take what those 2 cards that I cut up would take in elements. So I did, because I wanted to make some cards. So I've got the mailbox and the heart, and then I took one of the love die cuts. I don't think did I use one of those? No, I didn't use one of these, but you could. And then I used also one of those short little scallop pieces. When I'm doing my paper pumpkin, I usually save these so that I can gift them to somebody, or you know, because I already have the stamp pad. So I just go and get my regular size stamp pad and stamp with that, and then I save this for a later date for some lucky person. Let me just show you what I did. I decided I wanted to make a banner, and I tried to keep it close to I tried to keep it close, or mostly things that were in the kit. However, I do have that Snailed It stamp set, and I have the paper, and then I also have this ribbon that it comes with in the suite, the snail mail suite. And so it's petal pink and white, and it looks fabulous with these things. So I decided to go ahead and use that. But as you can see, I'm gonna pop this down just a little bit. You can see I took and I stamped some things. I trimmed down the mailbox so that it would fit on my, I think it's like 2.5 by 3-ish, maybe 3 3/4, something like that. And on this one, and then the next one, I just used the stamp, the snail, and then in order to build my background, I just hit Be Mine, and I did it where I stamped it, inked it, stamped it again, so it had a little stamp off, a little lighter color, and then I'd go back and ink it and then stamp off again. So I think that one turned out kind of fun. The snail is adorable. On this one, I decided to use some of this gold gilding that we have. It is fantastic. And on this, what you can do is you can use the, I think it's called, oh shoot, I can't remember. It's like an embossing powder, but it sticks, like the gilding sticks to it. You heat it quickly, and then the embossing powder sticks. So you can actually gild stamped images. But what I did here is I just took some snail, no pun intended, oh, it's not really called snail, it's called Stampin' Seal. I took some of that and just did a little pattern on the back, on my background sheet, and just gilded right over the top of it, and it's so pretty and so shiny. And then this one, I wanted to use that stamp set, Snailed It, the little mushrooms, because I love mushrooms. Again, I used the words to create my background. And then this one was really fun, because what I did with that, I I cut out one of the hearts that I used on the gilded one, and then I taped the back of it. So I used this as a stencil to put I kind of wanted it to look kind of graffiti-like. So I took the, here, I'll just show you how I did that one. Oops. I just took my cardstock, and then I laid my stencil, in essence, and I took one of our sponge rollers and rolled it on Memento. Pick up some ink, and then I just kind of held it down, did this. And usually you can get a really cool kind of an airbrush look. Like, I really love this look. I think it's kind of edgy. And then what I like to do is I like to pull the pattern so that it looks like it's coming off the paper. You kind of just have to figure out if you try it and see it. Some of the lighter colors you can get, you don't have to re-ink it all the time, but this black is pretty sucking it up on the sponge. So, and then you can just pop this out, wash it under with some soap and water, and reuse it. So it's a great little tool, and I think you get 2 in a pack. So those are great little tools. But look how fun that turns out. So, and then I wanted to use the love, but I didn't like the way the love was so harsh, the white background. So I decided to just take, again, I just took I took a blender pen. Actually, you could do a paintbrush if you don't have a blender pen, and I just simply, I took the tip of it. And in case you don't know what a blender pen is, it is a clear ink medium that you can take and dip it into any of our colors of our ink pads. You can use re-inkers with it. You can also use it with watercolor pencils and blend out watercolor pencils or crayons even. So what you do is I'm just going to dab it into my ink pad, and you can see down here, I don't know, get you down close, you can see how that just takes the ink. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lightly rub over the top of my love image, and you can see it just kind of knocks down the brightness of the white. This was so much fun to make. So let's see, I'm going to finish this. And then all I did, oops, lost a lid. Then I just put some dimensionals on the top, and voila, you have a cute little banner. And so this I actually took off of my little, I have this cute little like city village cutout that I got from Decor Steals, and I love it. And so I'm going to leave it up. I got it at Christmas, had it decorated for Christmas, but this I'm going to take and leave it up for Valentine's Day and just hang this across the little pieces of the little village. So that was, oh, one of the other things is these acrylic little stickers. Then I just took that and stuck that, I don't know if you can see that, stuck that down the side right here, just to again give it a little dimension. So I just wanted to let you know that Paper Pumpkin is fabulous, 1. 2, you don't have to use it just simply for whatever the kit calls for. You can do whatever you want to with it. Be creative, let the products inspire you, and have fun with it. So if you have any questions, drop them in the comments, and I'd be happy to chat with you about it. If you need any more information about how to get these products from Stampin' Up!, I would be happy to give you the link. I'll have it posted below, and I hope you have a great Tuesday afternoon. See you later. Bye.